Diddy is one of the most powerful people in music history. He is a mogul. We have not seen any support in Hollywood. All of his famous friends, since these allegations came forward, we have not seen anyone come to his defense, and that silence is very loud, Jake.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
And actually, we're going to do this in reverse. So I said, why is this footage just coming out now? And it's surprising that CNN, of all places, are talking about enablers and handlers in Hollywood, where, you know, they basically are part of the enabling and handling circle when it comes to the elites. But this is what is believed, that Diddy actually purchased this footage from the hotel in 2016 for $50,000. He was able to buy this footage, and I believe this is why, you know, all of this time Cassie has not had any type of evidence. But we also know that he's very powerful, that a lot of people saying, well, why didn't she just leave? Well, you saw there she was trying to leave the situation, and Diddy just went after her.
Selling out arenas and everything, starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we...
Thank you. I appreciate you all for stopping by, subscribing. Continue to like this video, continue to share. In the game of life, it's chess, not checkers. People are in position. Pay close attention.
The feds stopped him in Miami. Now he must have zailed every last one of the feds $10 million each, because they let him get back on the plane to Antigua. So, you know, they just gonna raid a man's properties, but not raid him. Don't make no motherfucking sense to me. They raid a nigga's property, they coming to get you too.
Imagine being Cassie, been very afraid of him, and because it wasn't just him, he had protection, guys. He had layers of protection with the Hollywood elites. And so, but now with his enablers, and no one's coming out to his defense, as CNN has said, well, that lets you know that they've thrown Diddy away. Like,
you have to pay attention to how a person moves. It's when you don't say nothing. Gives you a lot to think about, or some may say you worry. That's why you hear the phrase "move in silence."
Is this the booty bandit Bronco, is what I'm saying. And it's also the cover of Clive Davis. Ha-ha! Bingo! Clive is the motherfucker that put Diddy on and created this monster.
Destroy her life if she tried to do this. So let's continue with this so we can now get to the part with, can he be charged with a crime?
With Wagmeister, thank you so much. Incredible work by the LA Bureau. Let's discuss this with CNN's John Miller and Julie K. Brown, a Miami Herald investigative journalist who's been following this story, also best known perhaps for her work pursuing the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking story. So John, Cassie filed her lawsuit in November. The feds raided Diddy's home in March. Now we see this awful video, which is more than 8 years old. And yet Diddy has still not been charged with anything. I would think there would be grounds for his arrest in that video. Why hasn't he been charged with anything?
And I want Mina to understand the process of how things go, and to know in the state of California how the house rules go for certain things. In this case, this incident here, there's levels to this shit. You know, me being from Cali, when you know how the house rules go, you'll know how to move. Some call them laws. I call it either or. Laws, house rules. You know how to move. But it goes back to what I said earlier. It's about chess, not checkers. It all depends on who's playing chess. In this case, Diddy's playing chess. FBI's playing chess. So certain moves are being made. At some point, at a certain time, someone's going to lose, someone's going to say checkmate.
So he was fucking Clive and the motherfucking freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some fuck tapes. Now that's why they raiding the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds. And they said, get in there and get them tapes from this nigga.
Video is out of the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations in California for a simple assault is a year. For domestic violence assault, it was 3 years. They've moved that up to 5 years, but this is out of range for a state charge in California. However, let's get back to that federal investigation. What HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, is doing, as Elizabeth framed it, is they are building a racketeering case, a RICO case based on human trafficking and allegations startlingly similar that track those that have been made in Cassie Ventura's lawsuit and in the lawsuit by another individual who worked for Combs, that tell these stories of people being brought in the presence of weapons and drugs and so on. It's very much like what they did in the R. Kelly case, which got him 30 years in prison. So this charge, even though it's state crime is out of the statute of limitations, would be fair game in that federal case.
Julie, cast.
So as you can see, my mic is slowly drifting away from me. So, of course, he cannot be charged in LA. He cannot be charged in California for this specific crime because of the statute of limitations. But again, because if it's part of a RICO, it can go back as far as they want to tie him together for this sex trafficking and can be part of it. Now, one interesting point as well, just because Cassie cannot speak out civilly about what happened, if she is called as a witness into a criminal trial, she can speak out. So if she is part of being on the witness list when the feds actually bring charges against Diddy, which I think we're all pretty positive at this point, that's what's going to happen, she can speak out and detail these things.
They sacrificed Diddy. They said, nigga, you gotta take this shit.
And not only that, but then the doors will open for character witnesses to come in and testify. And that's when you will see other individuals come in and testify. You see how that works? They've opened the door. It's back to what I said. Chess, not checkers. It goes back to what I said. Individuals being silent for a reason. They're getting in position. You see? So once it becomes criminal, once it becomes racketeering and so forth, allegedly, once it becomes all of that, now the goalpost shifts. Now it's open, fair game.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
That's why I sit back and I watch the show. I'm just having fun watching time fly.
And any evidence that's collected or anything, even Kid Cudi, there's like any allegations that have been brought against him and there's a witness to it, they will be brought into a trial. And it's going to be pretty scary for Diddy. I mean, he already knows this, but I just find it interesting that he has this whole time, if you go, I'm going to do another video with like going to his social media and the things he's been saying, even 50 Cent reacting. Guys, if you know 50 Cent, he's had his foot on his neck. He can't stand Diddy. But if you see, what he's been doing. He's been saying the allegations aren't true and absolutely not and all these other things, but it's just weird to me. And then there's even people who are supposed to be of clergy that are involved in this, like TD Jakes is a friend of his, but you don't hear him speaking out. Now people have said he's part of Diddy's cabal, that he is, you know, he's one of his that they have some type of sexual relationship, that, you know, he's on the DL, the down low. And so you don't hear anyone speaking out against him. I don't hear of any clergy. I don't hear of anybody that's supposed to be a leader coming against this. A lot of the voices are from Me Too and all of that. Where are all these people? So this is telling me that this goes far and wide, what is happening to Diddy. And I'm wondering, if he goes down, is he going to bring everyone down with him? And if
I'm gonna leave a copy of this, I'm gonna leave a copy of her video in the description box so you can watch the rest of it. It's good. It's good. Miss Melanie King, we kind of share the same testimony. She's an amazing person. Please go to her channel, show the queen some love.
Just the visitors, dog. Let's get up on that.
Say little as possible. And I'm going to say this for the last time. A person that moves quietly is the person you need to pay attention to the most.
I say, who gives a fuck who the message is? Did you get the message?